What's a hack in your industry that customers aren't supposed to find out? Orchestral violinist. Sometimes we don't play all the notes. Home Depot brand mulch, Vigoro, is the same exact mulch as the Lowe's brand, Premium. The only difference is the quality of the bag. The material comes from the same pile. It's the same dye. There is zero difference. Buy the cheaper option. Also, on the topic, never buy mulch or topsoil sold by weight. Always, always, always buy by volume. 1 cuffed, 1.5 cuffed, etc. Humidity, rain, moisture in general changes things. A week or two later, when the moisture leaves, that 40-pound bag that got placed on the pallet is now 32 pounds. I worked at a restaurant, and one time the chef burned the applesauce that was supposed to be served with the pork chop. He put it on the menu as smoked applesauce, and people loved it. This was 7 years ago, so may not be relevant. But when I worked at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, the higher-ups were so tunnel-visioned on positive customer reviews that if there was any problem at all, we would write off anything from gas to whole days of rentals. We had a few repeat customers that would catch on and habitually complain about dumb shit to get parts of the bill discounted. Only a rating of completely satisfied counted, and it was tied to bonus and promotion, so a huge incentive to make people happy. When I worked in a hotel as a night porter, the room cost was totally reliant if you were a dick or not. I obviously couldn't just give rooms away, but I could pretty much knock off 50%. One day, a very tired woman came in with her baby, and I couldn't get the payment to go through at all, so I did give it to her for nothing, just had to make sure she was out before 9 a.m. and I cleaned it myself. Dog trainer? This is a hack we want people to understand. One reason we can get your dog to do something so fast is because we use a high rate of reinforcement. Example, I'm training your dog to walk on leash without pulling, and we practice in your driveway. I feed the dog 20 tiny pieces of food by my knee as we walk to the end of the driveway. The first time a client tries the exercise, they may use 5. The mechanics of the exercise look easy, but it takes time to get used to. And when people are practicing on their own, they do other things. Instead of focus on the exercise, they forget how often they need to reinforce the dog for doing the right thing. If they do the exercise for 2 minutes during each walk with a high rate of reinforcement, ROR, that may be all it takes. And once the dog starts to learn, you can gradually slow down the ROR. When a car salesman offers you a premium car care package, don't buy it. It's a scam. Say you're buying a new car and I offer you the premium car care package. It'll only cost you X amount of money per month, but every time you come to the dealership, you get asterisk premium car wash. We hose it down, not a proper car wash. Asterisk interior detailing and rejuvenation. We use compressed air to make the dust go away. Sometimes a man uses a wet paper towel. Asterisk functions check and clock synchronization. Check if all the lights work, heater and AC work, and set up the clock if it's wrong. Asterisk summer and winter inspection and free wiper fluid refill. Only done once per season. Check tire thread, visually check tire pressure. Look at temperature gauge to make sure car isn't overheating and add water in the summer. Tiny amount of wiper fluid in winter. Visually inspect brake discs to see they are not scratched by worn-out brake pads. Asterisk assistance when you're on the move. You call us and then we can call a tow truck for you at your expense, only possible during business hours. Basically, we charge for simple things you can do yourself. Also, if a car dealership sells you a used car and they told you it has been fully serviced, take it to your local mechanic and have it serviced properly. If you want to extend your free trial and receive discounts, contact their customer support and ask for membership cancellation. They'll be more than happy to give you extensions plus free gifts in your next order. Same thing applies if you want a discounted membership fee. Just call on the day your membership will stop. I used to work in the floral industry. Don't call a large national florist. Look up a local florist in your recipient's area and call them directly. Most have websites to help you choose, and you'll save money on delivery and service fees, which can go towards a nicer arrangement. Also, unless you order flowers regularly, the membership loyalty program is a scam and hard to cancel. When I worked as a pharmacy tech, I spent a lot of time calling insurance companies and waiting on hold while the world burned around me. One time I got impatient with the voice recognition bot because it kept hearing background noise and made selections impossible, so I started cursing it out. Turns out if you say the F word a few times in a short span, the bot recognizes you as an angry customer and will switch you to a representative real quick. I did this multiple times to a lot of strange looks from my coworkers until I explained the hack. Quick edit since I'm getting a lot of the same responses. I now know that you can spam 0 or hash to get the same results. It's a feature being phased out in places. Shouting representative or operator also works. Most industries have retention teams because it costs 10x more to get a new customer than it costs to keep one you have. So if you call up and complain, threaten to cancel every other time they raise your rates, they'll probably give you the introductory rate. Just be aware you might have to switch. Edit threaten to cancel added. Edit 2. Another thing I'm seeing a lot is people getting shut down with no explanation. People hang up and call back. Just say you got disconnected, you might have better luck with another operator. Yes, they take notes, but some reps are more empowered than others. Also feel free to escalate. Make sure you know how long you've been a customer and how long you've been up to date on your bill. If you or a teenager you know are admitted to a name brand, expensive, rich college, and their financial aid package isn't enough, write them and ask them for more money. Mention the other schools you were admitted to and that you received strong financial packages from them. Do not mention specific numbers unless it's a named scholarship, e.g. presidential or provost. At least 5 of my students this year got between 10-20 extra in scholarship money just by soliciting for it. Lean into the bite. I work in pediatrics and we're retaught that if a child bites you, lean into it. Push whatever part of you they're biting further into their mouth, because their automatic reaction will be to open their mouth and the risk of them breaking your skin is greatly diminished. Source: I was just bitten at work edit. A word and grammar. Also, how the hell is my most upvoted comment about being bitten at work? If you know you're shipping something within a few hours drive of you, always pay for the cheaper shipping option. The premium shipping option is just a markup if you know you're sending something close by. It will arrive the same day regardless. Computer engineer here. We ship so many products that have broken features. The product is fused at the factory to disable features that just didn't bake fully before we needed to ship. Every product I ever worked on has a half dozen bugs that we could have fixed if only we had more time and money. Eventually, you have to say, it's good enough, and ship something to make money. I'm a singer, and I book a lot of weddings/corporate/general gigs. If you come to me directly rather going through an agency, I can plan and run all the music, whether you want just me and a guitar to full band and DJ for after party. It can literally save you thousands. Some agencies put a 40 to 60% markup on my services, and I ask them for more than I'd charge someone privately. It's crazy. If you're looking for entertainment, try and contact Direct. I used to work in credit cards. If you disputed a charge for less than $75, not as fraud, we would just credit you the money. Most of the time, we wouldn't even investigate it past the initial chargeback. If we didn't win the case, you still got your money back. However, if we find out you figured this out, we would stop giving you the credit unless we won. We've even closed accounts that took advantage of it. But if you want your money back as a one-time thing or whatever, you'd be fine. Press 2 for Spanish. 90% of the time the people manning the Spanish lines are bilingual, and the wait times aren't nearly as long. This is more like an unethical life hack, but it is true they would prefer you not find out about. Do it. Thank you for watching this video. Write your comments and don't forget to subscribe.